Hello, humanity. Here we are back again on the next episode of Radio Rodeo, the exciting felicitation of angels. The angels called as the Rotarians of the Deonar Club, called fondly as Rodeo. This is Rodeo Suresh Menon, and it's my pleasure and an honor to have an amazing angel with a cap on, and we'll come to him in a moment. But it's a real pleasure to really acknowledge my buddy in this amazing show, the true rodeo friend, Piyush Bhatia, the podcaster on a mission to reach out to the beliefs and convictions behind these noble voices. And behind the camera, the master producer editor Chirag Aggarwal is looking at us through the lens, as is Sharad, our cameraman. So it's a real pleasure to be on this amazing episode yet again. Hi Piyush.
Hi Suresh, and I am doubly excited to be on Radio Rodeo, the next episode, because we have God blessing us today on this episode.
The Lord Himself.
Yeah, the Lord Himself.
And the Lord's laughing too. And God is waving too.
And I'm doubly also excited to be a catalyst to help spread the message of wonderful work that Rotarians have been doing, and to talk specifically about certain projects that Rotary has been doing, and to hear from the horse's mouth and listen to some interesting stories of contribution. So, Suresh?
Absolutely, yes. And it's obviously, words fail, right? Piyush, when we
Absolutely.
come to felicitate the true rodeos with us, is none other than the veteran, the Lord, the God. Is a combination of both Raj Kapoor and the mythological Ram both.
Right.
And he's in front of us, one other than this amazing veteran Vishnu Kamath, who's very surprising for me to see him in a suit and a boot today. He's usually seen somebody with this yellow jacket, so synonymous by actually going down to the sun, to the soil, and really the true social worker at the grassroots level. If there was a son of the soil, it's him. And it's not, I'm saying it out of words, it's something which I've seen in so many times. Like you go to a project, and if this amazing yellow clad Lord is not there, something is wrong. So here is somebody who's been synonymous with charity, synonymous with causes. But before that, here is a distinguished BJTI alumni, somebody who has spent not one, not two, but over 3.5 decades at Siemens, the Ace Engineering Company, and somebody you would like to hear from Vishnu himself as to what was his experience being at the senior level at Siemens, and from corporate to charity. How did the transition happen?
Thank you. So when I passed out from VJTI in 1973 or so, I had the opportunity to get selected in Siemens. It's a little bit funny incident. A batch of around 4 to 5 people, we used to stay in VJTI hostels in Matunga. They were invited by Siemens Limited to come over, and they would select one of them. I was not the brightest student then. There were fellows who were scoring much more than me, but I don't know how. Good fortune, I got selected. Maybe my good English, maybe my good skill in writing, I was better than them in these two things. Technically they were good. And third most important thing was the German boss asked me some question, and fortunately it was a very complex question. He was certain that I will not answer it. He was almost certain. But I sometimes believe there is God. That on that particular topic, I had done a special project. He didn't know about it. It's called jig boring machine.
I see.
So there is a very complex question here, whether whole basis is used or shaft basis is used. A very complex question. I answered correctly. He was really sort of amazed. And he said, yes, you stay outside for some time. We'll call you, and within 10 minutes I was called. So you are selected. That was the start of Siemens. I worked in various divisions of Siemens. Siemens is a company which really takes good care of people. In a lighter vein, when I worked for Siemens 74 to around 82, one day I went to my German boss and said, "Sir, I want to get married." So he said, yeah, but why are you telling me this? So, sir, I don't have a house in Bombay. Oh, but what has house got to do with marriage? They didn't connect for the. I said, I need a family. He said, okay. Within 2 days, I got a call from postal department.
Okay.
And it says, Mr. Kamath, there is a house reserved for you.
Oh.
Then please don't bring it once again in view of your marriage. So I got married. I moved into the house, etc. But they really take good care of people. I moved in various countries. First of all, my responsibilities are too many. I was initially in the medical engineering division doing the planning of the factory in Worli, opposite Doordarshan. Then I moved to Kalwa. It's a big factory. Around 2,000 people work there. There are three sub factories there. And then I was made the head of the data center in Kalwa.
Interesting.
It was a very huge data center. That time there was the time of mainframes. There were no minis and laptops and all that. We were supporting all 5 factories of Siemens in India through the data center. It was a huge responsibility. So that was that. So then slowly, a time came wherein I was moved to a different department called compliance department, because there is a department wherein you have to find out that every process within the company, whether it is a factory, sales office or godown, whatever, whether everything is happening as per the guideline which is laid down. One guideline laid down by Siemens internationally, as well as guideline which is laid down with the local government. So this was the job, and it involved a lot of interaction, a lot of visit, a lot of moving around with people, training people. This is wrong. If you take a simple example, there was a custom of accepting Diwali gifts. So we said, no, it's not correct. It's not allowed. It's not as per the guidelines. So people understood that, and they stopped accepting Diwali gifts. It's a small example. So after the compliance department stay, one day me and my friend from Siemens once again, Harish Motwani, he was saying, "अरे भैया अभी retire तो होने वाले हैं shortly 2010 में, क्या करेंगे? What will you do?" He was also getting retired similar time. His department is different. He was in excise department, but we are very thick friends. Every weekend we used to meet. So he said, "I have heard about Rotary." I didn't hear much about that much, but he said, I heard about Rotary, they are doing good work, so let us think about it. In the meantime, Rajendra Date from our factory, from our club, he approached me and he said, Vishnu, you please join Rotary Club, this is the right thing for you, etc. There used to be one Deshmukh in Siemens Kalwa who also started pushing me. He was our member, he is no more, basically. So then it was finalized that me and Harish Motwani both became members of Rotary Club of Deonar in 2009. Harish didn't live longer in Rotary. He left within a couple of years. For me, it was a lifetime kind of profession, I must say, a lifetime work. I got so much interested in this. Post-retirement, I had started 2 small companies. One was CSR related consultancy, and another was rainwater harvesting related. And I was making good profits. I used to get orders. I also implemented some orders. But then I found Rotary so interesting that I closed down both the factories, both the companies.
This is unique.
And I focused, used the same skill in Rotary. For CSR, I used for the
thought process, the
rainwater harvesting. I did 8 schools by myself, all alone. Interacting with the municipal departments was very complex. Every now and then there are queries and questions and whatnot. So it was very interesting. So then Rotary became a way of life for me. I found that when you are working for others selflessly, you get the best satisfaction in life. You are not after money, you are not after fame, you are out of limelight. I'm a guy who is not much after limelight. It is a little bit of an irony because I am on the other side of the lens. I am the official photographer of the club. So I am on the other side of the lens, and that itself puts me out of the limelight. But being given a chance also, I don't know to stay in limelight, to be away. So this is what my rough state. And I was once thinking to myself, where do I get this, what should I say, tinkle of service to the society? Then I recollected, most probably it must be in my childhood, I saw my grandfather doing a lot of service for the very poor people. Poor bolega to absolute poor people. They know nothing about nothing kind of thing. In the Portuguese India, in Goa, there was a Portuguese rule. 1961 Goa got liberated.
Okay.
I was born in 50, so I was around 10 years old. He used to do a lot of service for them, and everything free. Their marriage document, their this document, that document. Since morning to evening, he used to sit in his chair and do work, and he was crowded. So we didn't understand much about what he was doing, but then slowly we realized, look at the great work he's doing. He's bringing changes to this family. He's getting them married. किसका birth है, किसका death certificate है, किसका और कुछ है, property matter है, everything is settled, and everything free. So this I said, maybe the tinkle, and we used to watch, because sometimes he used to tell their stories, very very interesting stories to hear. Yeah, the children used to watch. So I think that was the start point in my mind, maybe in the back of the mind, and I really got interested. And as of today, I am really enjoying my stay in Rotary. Not every project, as Suresh says, but quite some projects. I am more of a grassroots level person, they say.
So
I don't want to go to district level, go to become. Though of course, I have gone through my what should I say, process of becoming directors, becoming something in district also. But I find actually doing on the ground level is much better, because you see that you have put in some effort, and you see the result of that effort in that person's life, or in that setup's life. So this is what I wanted to say about my Rotary life.
Superb, so eloquent. Piyush, any immediate comments?
No, it's an interesting, insightful journey itself, and there's a lot to learn from him. I'm eager that what is the next question that you are going to ask.
Yeah, so I'm going to say every time answers follow questions.
Right.
In this case, I was going to ask why service before self, but here is the answer from Vishnu ji so eloquently that the question is irrelevant now.
Right.
Why service before self was the next question.
Correct.
I spoke so much about not being in the limelight, being in the shadows.
Right.
So I used to grow up and look at poems from various Robert Keats, right? Or Longfellow, William Wordsworth, right?
Yeah.
Now I also used to see the poetry written by Anon,
Right.
and anonymous. I thought they are some, real people.
Yeah.
But now I know Mr. Anonymous is with us. I was wondering who is Anonymous, right?
But Suresh, a lot of comments we are receiving where people who are watching our podcast or listening to our podcast want to know specifically about certain projects that members have worked.
Yes.
And here we have the God himself. So if you could talk about specific certain projects that you have worked on, which are very close to you.
Let me take a guess. I'll just give a list of some projects and then over to.
Yeah, sure.
So whether it's the Operation Restore, whether it is the RCC at Maharashtra Nagar in Mumbai, whether it's the RCC in the rural areas, whether it's the Blue Ribbon Awards,
Right.
whether it's the water projects, or whether it is the Open Heart project, and so on and so forth. Astra, right? Project Astra, of giving livelihood back to the burn survivors, so on and so forth. It's so many, but like you said, Piyush, it is very imperative to know from Vishnuji only which is that memorable experience, which is that project that he really feels gives him goosebumps.
Yeah. Before he does that, I want to ask that these are the projects done by Rotary Club of Deonar.
Right.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Over the last 30 plus years.
Oh, wonderful. So Vishnu could share.
There are many of them projects. The list is quite big,
Yes.
and the district people who come to Rotary, they just don't believe. They say, you are doing so many projects. You are the best club. They are falling short of words to appreciate us. Right? And but it is true. We are doing many projects, and there are many guys in the club who are after these projects, and hence they are successful year after year. They are pushing them, and they are successful. One big project is Operation Restore, as I said. Operation Restore is a project which takes care of people who are burned, and they have some defaults, and then corrective surgeries are done free of charge in Airoli National Burn Center. And this project is started from 2009, and the same year I joined. and 700 surgeries have been done till now.
Oh,
700.
700 lives actually.
Yes, and I had the good fortune of being standing there from patient number 1.
Oh, awesome.
Who are the other members of our club who are like Dr. Sunil Keswani, Rima, right?
Yeah, Rima.
Some other Rotarians.
Ajit Pappu was there, Satish Lamba was there, Rima was there,
Right.
Commander Jana was there,
I see.
and so on.
Okay.
So that time there was another NGO from USA called Operation Smile, and we used to collaborate, and we used to do projects in burns surgeries as well as cleft lip. They are specializing in cleft lip, the Operation Smile team. There used to be a huge team, around 30-40 people from America used to come, and we used to do projects jointly. They once went to Assam, I also went along with them.
Oh, interesting.
They did a huge project there. And it was very nice and interesting thing to see. They were so professional, so efficient people. Every person is concerned about his productivity in the group. Every person, there's no question of just sort of watching and things like that. Every person knows exactly what is to be done precisely, and they perform. So it was a lot of things to learn from them. But somehow later on it happened that Operation Smile team, they decided that they want to focus only on cleft lip, whereas we decided we want to focus on burn surgeries.
Okay.
We got separated, and there was a small incident I remember in this connection. There was a meeting in a small room like this, and Operation Smile team, they decided to go away in USA, and they and not in any fighting manner, but just cordially
Yeah.
separation. They said we will continue. So then in that crucial meeting, the conclusion was made that we have to stop this Operation Restore because we don't have funds and we don't have any other support. And that time there was no Rotary international support. That was local thing. So we have to stop it. So Sunil Keswani, the head of this, said mostly it looks like we have to. One guy sitting behind, not much participating, he raises his finger. We didn't know what it means. So he said, how much? So Sunil was astonished. He said, around a lakh of rupees we need. He says, given.
Wow.
Ramesh Mehta, karke tha. He was not very active, he was a founder member by the way, but not very active in the project. But suddenly he says from the backbench, he was not participating also too much in the whole discussion. But he says given. And once he said given, there are many others who also say this, we will also give. And that time the thing from the coffin, so
Got his second
life. And Operation Restore today is a big project for us, and main thrust area for us. And it is supported by Rotary International, so that the surgeries which are done are paid by Rotary International. Rotary International, RI grant we call it.
Super.
So otherwise we have to shell out money for every surgery, at least 40,000-50,000 rupees to be shelled out. So that is given by RI.
And this takes care of the pre-surgery, the surgery, post-surgery care, everything taken care of. And burn survivors from across the country, anywhere can come, right?
Anywhere can come. One lady came from Pakistan also.
I see.
With a small kid. We are not believing in caste, religion, country, nothing. No barriers can stop Rotary. And so she was very happy when she went back. So likewise, we did this Operation Restore for many years. And we have experiences. We used to get very close to them. Some ज़्यादा करके ladies थी. We used to say भाऊ, you know, for us brothers. भाऊ, you are doing this, and we were not so very what should I say, rich with words to express their feelings, but you could see it in their eyes.
Yeah.
You could see them crying sometimes, just crying.
Yeah.
Watching her hand and crying. So. Those are the feelings which I also can't express. I am also getting a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
So after this phase is over, they said, "अरे भाऊ, तुम्ही आम्हाला आता बरं केलं, तुम्ही हमको अच्छा किया. But what next? Now I am normal. Now I am okay. Otherwise I was in corner of the house, hut somewhere. So now what do I do? What next? So we brainstormed. We said we have to do something about these people. They are okay, 90%, 95% okay. So then we started this project Asra.
Yeah, but I think before we go to that, I think Vishnu, there's one case study that we've got to know, that one experience a burn victim had, and which I think the audience would be really want to listen to. Yeah. So Suresh, can we just play that? How is it?
Absolutely, and it makes sense to really get to know about the blessings which the Lord caused
Right.
to a real burn survivor who's now transformed, right? Vishnu?
Archana Sarurkar from Badlapur, she is, and she has transformed from an ordinary burn patient to now she went into the political heights. She was Shiv-Sena, Manase and whatnot. Now, today morning I saw a photograph with the Chief Minister, and she got yesterday or so she got a special executive magistrate, which is a position which is very rare to get.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So we can have the video.
Now act as if you're listening to the audio. Act as if you're listening. Continue acting as if you're listening to the audio. And continue. Now you have heard the audio, and continue. What would you say after hearing the audio? And let's go.
So profound. So if I want to vote, I think my vote is for her. I'll change my constituency from Chembur to wherever she is. But it's an amazing story which really inspires so many countless women, gives them hope, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And all thanks to the Bau who did it.
Absolutely.
And so eloquent she was when she said what she said about Vishnuji, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You get choked. Amazing. So I lost the flow by looking at Vishnuji speaking so eloquently from the heart, the corporate to charity, the grassroots level impact. So I want to ask you, Vishnuji, in terms of impact, if you look at various projects that you have been part of in the Rotary Club of Deonar, roughly how many beneficiaries do you think, roughly, statistically, whose lives would have got changed over the last 15 years, 2009 onwards, in your experience?
Projects are of different types, so you just can't add mangoes and bananas together. So, for example, the project Operation Store, I told you 700 surgeries. They are not 700 persons. 700 persons will be a little lesser because there are multiple surgeries on people. So, around maybe 550, 600 surgeries per person. If you talk about Operation if you talk about Asra, which is a 2-year-old project, wherein we help the people to sort of rehabilitate and come in life. One girl is doing a nursing course in Sangli, some other person, we have been sewing machine in mirrors and likewise. Just 3 days back we gave flour mill to Thana, some lady. So they are very excited, and some of them are threatening that we'll return the money to you. So we don't want the money back, we just want you to be stable, happy in life, and unfortunately we are on budget side we are quite comfortable.
Absolutely.
For these particular projects.
What the fellow roadies who contributed for this Chakki in
Surendra Nath is one.
Okay.
Prakash Gadgil is another.
Okay.
Manju,
Nice.
and likewise there are many Rotarians who are in there is a team.
Okay.
So this project is very close to my heart. I put a lot of my energies to Asra because the horizon is big, around 500 people or so.
Okay.
Until now we have done less than 20.
Right.
Not that all the 500 people will look forward for help. There are some who says we don't want help. We are okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Oh.
So then that's okay. We are happy to see them that way. But there may be some who are at a very low level, not knowing what to do. So them we want to help. And we don't, by the way, very important thing is we don't give the money cash to them because we don't know whether it will be spent rightly or wrongly. We always give the cash to the fellow who provides them the support. For the girl who is doing nursing, we pay to the university. For the otherwise, we pay sewing machine or a flour mill or whatever. We pay to the respective dealer. And we coordinate with the dealer. There is a lot of work to do. Coordination, installation, training, वगैरह सब warranty, guarantee सब. And then they get it free in their house. There is no money to be paid directly to them. Exceptional cases are there when we pay. If there is a school fees, we directly talk to the school. There's a lady in Airoli very distressed situation. Two children. Husband has left. Husband has put acid on her.
Okay.
And burnt her.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So she said. There is police complaint and all that. And still nothing is happening to the husband. He has got remarried by the way, second time.
Okay.
Anyway, these are side stories.
Yeah.
But this girl who is already physically torn is somehow surviving, doing some household work, something like this. The two kids, and we are paying educational fees and some other support to them, to the two kids in Nairobi. We pay directly to the school or to the shops who are providing them whatever, drawing material, books, dress material, whatever. So that is the theme of Asra. Besides these two main projects which are very close, Operation Restore and Asra, I am quite active and interested in doing work for schools.
Yeah.
So
Hold the mic up.
yeah. So in the schools, we have around 6 schools identified in the area that we are. Deonar. We call this project as Happy Schools.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Happy Schools. Happy Schools. We want to see those schools who are typically in slums and coming from the lower strata of society, children coming from lower strata. BMC schools, somehow we have some difficulties in coordinating with them. So BMC schools, initially we used to work, but then subsequently we are not working with BMC schools. Very difficult to work with BMC schools. But these are also very poor children going to schools in Mankur, in various other areas. So what we do is, whatever the school needs, we look into that and see whether we can help them. It can be a water cooler, it can be some cupboards to store their material, it can be free specs to the children, it can be anything, it can be medical camp for the parents, multiple things. You name it and it's there. For example, they said that we want some help in hygiene panties were distributed. More than 1,000 hygiene panties were distributed in the schools area, which are rather than the conventional things what the ladies do. This is reusable and they are special. Then goodies for the children and some drawing material packs for the children likewise. And fortunately we get donors. We got a donor who gave us 60,000 rupees. He says distributed to 1,000 kids, 60 rupees per kid. It's a small set, but for the child, that 60 rupees is worth 600 rupees.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we need these kind of things. So in the schools, we get connected with them. Rainwater harvesting also we did for some schools, and self-defense training for the girls. For the girls, when there are street Romeos, they need to be on their own strength. So 7th and 8th standard girls and sometimes 9th standard also, we teach them through some 10 sessions through a very experienced karate teacher, Krishna Karke, very celebrity. So he teaches them how to defend themselves in case they are attacked. Okay. And this we are doing for last 4 years or so, religiously. Tomorrow incidentally is for this session, for the current session, the last day. So day after tomorrow, we will be going to hand over the certificates to them.
Super.
So they are very excited to go through this course because they learn the techniques of how to defend themselves in case of an emergency. Yeah.
That's when this is going to be coming across live, but when Vishnuji mentioned about tomorrow, he meant this will be on the 23rd of March. That's when this project will see fruition, right, sir?
2024.
2024. Yeah, important to know that. So, if those of you are wondering where is Rotary Club of Deonar and how fantastic is this wonderful human being who's like an encyclopedia for so many projects.
Right.
One could keep listening on and on because he speaks not only with substance but with a lot of passion and conviction, right? You can see those lives changing through the words of Vishnuji, right, Piyush?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Rotary Club of Deonar is in Mumbai. Mumbai is in India, and Deonar would come in the northeast of Northeast of?
Right? Northeast.
Northeast of Mumbai. For those of you wonderful worldwide Rotarians, which brings me to ask Piyush, in case you have anything, you can come in here.
Yeah.
But I want to ask Vishnuji this: looking at what you said and sensing what you said, I believe there has to be air, water, mobile. And all of that into the elements of a human being. Yeah. But what is now increasingly becoming clear to me is that there has to be Rotarianism in every human being, right? The spirit of Rotary, you would say that? It's not now, no more like social work, time रहेगा तो करेगा, पैसा होगा तो करेंगे. It's becoming imperative, right? To be focusing on a society. Rotarianism is a must. Would you say that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah, just continuing about the schools, a very, very important project is happening now, and that is we are giving 72 electronic wristwatches to the toppers in our area. 72 toppers from 8 schools.
Nice.
From every school, 9 students.
Oh.
8th,
72
9th and 10th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd.
Oh.
So 72, and each watch costs 10,000 rupees.
Right.
So we got a donor who gave us around 7.5 lakh rupees, and we have already given 2 batches, and next week we are distributing the remaining. So 72 kids will be given these watches, which costing 10,000 rupees, and they'll be very happy. Needless to say that.
It's not just 72, Suresh. It is maybe 1,000 students will be motivated to perform more, study better, and we would end up transforming lives of 1,000 families per se, because they'll have a cascading effect throughout their life, in their earnings, in the lifestyle. Yeah. Go ahead, please.
One teacher in this context who was coordinating from one school, she called me and she said, "Sir, one student is crying continuously." I'm like, why? He just got 1 mark less. so I said we can't do much about it. But anyway, when I'm going there on Saturday, I will bring some gifts, special gift to him. Not the wristwatch, maybe something else, so that it will soothe him. So we have recently given in the same school even tabs also. We have given. Besides watches, we have given tabs to the entire class, so that they are getting what should I say, computer oriented. And just to talk about the list very quickly, we help TB patients. We give them packs in Shatabdi Hospital and nearby hospitals. We give them packs, and every monthly, bi-monthly basis, some packs from TB patient. Cancer detection camps we are holding in a big way. Water filters we are providing in the schools. Bicycles, especially in Karjat area when we have RCC. We have 5 villages connected to RCC Karjat. Bicycles, because there are long distances, girls have to travel along for the schools, so these bicycles help them. Solar lights, medical camps, free specs, then hygiene panties, we already talked about it, and likewise we give a lot of things in the schools.
And the list is endless.
Yeah.
If somebody was grassroots, here is this amazing gentleman.
Absolutely.
He only speaks projects, speaks beneficiaries, speaks volumes of kitna impact ho raha hai, right?
Yeah.
It could go on and on. I mean, this could go on, and the passion would be so much endearing and so much of so contagious, right, Piyush?
Absolutely.
We come to the end of this amazing episode. We want to be all Rotarians. Piyush, any final, second last words?
Project which I want to mention.
Please.
Yeah,
That's that typical Vishnuji.
Most important is the Blue Ribbon Awards.
Yeah.
For last 7 years we are doing these Blue Ribbon Awards from the strata of society, the fire brigade, the police, the best doctor, the best advocate, the SCA, municipal employee, municipal teacher, etc. Rickshawala. So we select them.
Women BST bus drivers, sir?
No, bus drivers we did, but not essentially women. Yeah, but we select them and we bring them to a big event attended by around 200-300 people in the hands of a very, very big dignity whom we call as the chief guest. Kakodkar, the Aditya Kakodkar was once, and the vice chancellor of Bombay University came as one of the years, and likewise. So we bring them for this year. It will be mostly April end or beginning of May, and I'm coordinating this. And we don't select these people at random. We don't say he's the good doctor, he's the bad doctor. We don't have the classification. We don't have the proper knowledge about it. So what we do, we go to the respective associations or committees or groups or whatever, and we tell them to say, they internally brainstorm. Business class also we give award. Chambur business class, fellow who is doing ethical business. So there are the parameters which are laid down by us in writing. So these are the parameters you should select. And they do a lot of brainstorming, and finally they select. And our job is to sort of collect some information from them and make a nice, beautiful video, present it on that day, and give the award in the hands of everybody. The entire family comes And
Superb.
everybody is there's a Blue Ribbon Awards, which is a very
It's a trademark of the Rotary Club of Deonar.
correct.
Yeah.
It really contributes to all the people who give service to society
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah, Suresh,
Yes.
as it is said, there are only two types of people in this world. One is those who are Rotarians, and the other is who are going to be Rotarians.
Right.
So, from Rotarian Vishnu, the audience who are existing Rotarians and those who are yet to be Rotarians, what is one message that you have for all of them, if you could share?
I'll hold it.
Yeah, the single message is the worldwide Rotary message, and that is service above self. So you give to the community much more what you think you can give. You sort of exhaust yourself to give to the community. It should pain. It should not just 10 rupiya hai, 2 rupiya dijiye aur 8 rupiya ka. No. If you are 10 rupees, you try to give 12 rupees. That kind of thought process you should have. Rupees is just a way of comparing, but I'm talking about energy. They don't want money. They want guidance. They want efforts, and so on. So service above self. So go to the community. I have spent all my life in Siemens, wherein I used to get very good salary. I retired as deputy general manager. I don't know, that time earning around 40 lakhs rupees or so. So it was a big figure that time. But then I realized whole life I have done nothing for the society. I only had those memories of my grandfather doing work for society, but during actual my life, I was all busy 9 to 5, working here and there, went to South Africa, went to America, went to Germany many times, doing projects and blah blah. But then once you start doing service for the people, you realize that there is a lot of satisfaction there. So if you ask me, the message: work for the community endlessly, think about it all throughout. Recently I met one fellow, he said, you can do a lot of money and all that. I said, sir, I don't want to make money. I'm very happy doing Rotary work. I don't want to make any money. Not that I'm a rich person now, but I don't want to make any money. I'm not talking about earning. I'm talking about giving service to the people, and that makes me happy. So service above self is a single message I would like to give.
Wonderful.
Super. So nicely said by the Lord himself. Service to humankind is the service that will make us so very relevant as human beings as we go across. It's been a very profound episode, right, Piyush?
Absolutely.
Profound. We covered so many aspects of projects of really at the grassroots level, and really fortunate to be in this wonderful podcast show. Thank you, wonderful Piyush, Sharad, and of course the amazing Chirag for editing. Thank you so much, Vishnuji, for coming and gracing and really instilling. I know for a fact that every single person looking or hearing or viewing this show, if it's a Rotarian, they will double their vigor. If they are not at Rotarians, they will want to become a Rotarian.
Yeah.
That's the impact this episode will do for sure. Thank you so much, Vishnuji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Piyush.
Yeah, thank you, Suresh.
Hi, dear humankind. Until we meet next time in another episode, here's bye-bye from Radio Rodeo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.